Tiny kitchen cooking.
Welcome back to my tiny kitchen. Great. Greetings, loved ones, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another Easiest Frick Meals with Meg and Finn. We have not filmed one of these in many, many moons. It has been...
Was it last year?
It was literally last year. I think it was probably at the end of last year.
I think it's over a year.
I don't even remember what the last thing that we made was, but today we are going to be stuffing this acorn squash that I harvested from our garden today. And I got a lot of requests for a stuffed acorn squash recipe once I shared the one that I kind of freeballed and put on my Instagram story. And I also thought it was just like a nice, fun fall meal to make with you because it's pretty easy.
Acorn squash is delicious.
And it's delicious. And you know, I am planning on making a lot more fall recipes throughout this month. And so I'm very excited. Okay, I'm gonna show you what you need. So what you will need for this recipe is black beans. We buy them in bulk and then I just put them in water overnight so that they can expand. And they've been in our refrigerator. So, you know, either 1 can of black beans or however, I'm only gonna use a cup of this. You need a chef's knife. Okay, anyways, you need quinoa. This is in our arborio rice container, but it is quinoa, I swear. And then we have half of an onion here from a previous recipe that's just in my bees wrap, which is nice. You're gonna need some garlic, 1 jalapeno, a little bit of parsley, and then obviously your acorn squash, as well as maybe some mushrooms or whatever. You could put, I put corn in this before. You could put maybe some chopped kale or really just whatever you want. Get crazy with it, okay?
Spice it up, make it your own.
Yeah, spice it up. But this is what I am going to be following today. So if you want to follow along, get these things. Let's begin. The first thing we'll need to do is get our acorn squash rocking and rolling. So we're gonna need to cut it in half and then scoop out all the seeds, put it face down on a pan. So I'm gonna give you that task.
Yeah. Are we dumping some maple syrup in this bad boy?
No, baby.
You know I like that.
So you're gonna go cut it long ways.
Can I cut the stalk off or?
Yeah, you can cut the stalk off. And while he's doing that, I'm going to get our quinoa rocking and rolling as well. My measuring cups are in for where the cutting board is, so I can't get it there yet. I just have to wait. Nice. Wow.
No injuries.
It's gorgeous.
Not 100% half though.
That's perfect.
60-40. I blew it.
A lot of the pulp that's inside of squash and stuff, I put into a frozen muslin bag to make some vegetable broth with. So I'm gonna get that out. So if you could scoop out the seeds and put them into here, yeah.
It smells like a fucking pumpkin.
Are you sure this isn't a pumpkin?
I want to put these seeds in our compost so that we have these grow. That's how we plant our plants, is by using our compost, and then whatever seed survived it, go ahead and grow up. Look, I'm the bottom mouth guy.
Oh, it's
you
just
can
on your
almost see
bottom.
my bottom lips.
Sorry. It's hard to make it so I'm in frame and he's in frame.
Sorry, we all know where the magic happens for me.
Up above.
Oh, down low.
Oh.
I got that booty.
Oh my god. So for every 1 cup of quinoa, you're gonna put in 2 cups of water. So I did 2 cups of quinoa, aka 4 cups of water. So we have that going over here. We're gonna wait for it to come to a boil. And then I'm gonna get our baking pan out. I also want to make a pumpkin recipe because Finley's brother told me that he used a pumpkin as a Dutch oven. And I'm having a Halloween party, and so
you do that again?
I'm gonna make like some kind of a rice dish and put it on the inside.
What if you baked a loaf of bread in it? What if you baked a loaf of
Pumpkin bread.
flavored bread in the pumpkin?
That would be just glorious. Then I would really be living in my glory days.
It's too bad we didn't plant any pumpkins. Like a bunch of freaking dweebos.
I oiled the pan and then I put these face down, and I preheated the oven to 400 degrees before we started cooking, so I could just pop her right in.
Foresight, that's efficiency right there.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna bake this for 25 minutes.
There's gotta be a better way to do this.
I just popped open 1 clove of garlic, and then we have our half of an onion. And the last time I told Finley to deshell my garlic, no offense, it did not
How'd you do that
out.
so good there?
Because you just put it on the side and then you just pop your hand down. And then it just comes off right easy and well. Could you put a little bit of oil in the pan, this pan, just a little. You're trying to stay in frame.
Just a little?
Yeah, thank you.
Kind of a medium to large amount.
No, that's probably about a tablespoon.
Oh, fuck yeah. What do you want now, huh? What do you want? I want my knees gone. I want to be shorter. I want to fit in the frame.
Oh my god.
Can I saute these mushrooms? How about that?
Yeah, but you just have to chop them up really small and chop the bases off. So we'll need another knife.
Luckily, another knife is what I have right here.
And I'm just mincing the garlic and just chopping the onions, and it's all going in the same place, so I'm kind of mixing it up together and making it all real small.
Mince it up, baby.
I love to mince you, baby.
I love to mince you, you freaking deep girl.
I'm so sorry.
What?
No, just to myself editing this later and feeling my embarrassment.
Of what?
I love to mince you, you freaky baby.
Baby, you just told me you like to mince me.
No, I'm not actually saying that you're crazy.
Are you ashamed of me?
I'm never ashamed of you. Never in my life have I ever been ashamed
Do you
of
want
you.
me to tone it down?
Never.
Do you want me to turn it to a 2?
What is it at now? Just a 1? I think you should just stay just as you are.
Baby, I love you just as you are.
Baby, I love you just as you are too. Don't even worry about a thing.
I love you when you're in the car. I love when you're away real far. Or
I love when we go to the bar.
I love you even though life gets hard.
Me too. We need a little more oil.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We love oil in this household. Also, I mean, as you can see, this quinoa is rising as it's boiling. I definitely should have used a bigger saucepan for it, but my other one was dirty and I was just feeling lazy, you know, I didn't want to wash it, which is a terrible excuse, one of my worst. I'm adding in my onions and garlic to start their process of simmering on down, and I'm doing it on medium to high heat, so like a 6. My quinoa I'm turning down to a 6 as well because I brought it up to boil. But now it's gonna get crazy and go over the pan if I don't watch it.
I always let things go over and then that's how you know they're ready to turn down. Once you hear that, can I leave these kind of chunky so that they don't just get super lost?
Yeah.
Is this okay? Because it'll still cook down.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think they'll get at least half that size.
Why is it foaming? Maybe that's why they tell you to rinse quinoa before you do it.
Just putting these chanterelles in the old saute machine, saute bucket. And gonna mix these bad boys around a little bit.
Now I'm gonna take a cup of these black beans and rinse them before we add them to the same pan.
Should we put a little maple syrup in here?
I know you want that, but maybe you could just add that for yourself at the end.
Oops, we don't have any maple syrup anyways.
Yeah, we do. I got more.
You did? That's just why I love you, baby.
Okay, so I added in about a tablespoon of parsley. We just have this thing going.
I like to cook the onions down so they get a little caramelized.
Yeah. And while that's happening, I'm gonna bring you over here for the big chop.
Trapped is a TV show about cooking, man.
Andrew Lau has a series called Cut Into Small Pieces.
Oops, watch those fingers.
It's the same thing as Chopped, but just Andrew Lau instead. The Andrew Lau version.
What does he do, yell at people?
No, that's not what they do on Chopped.
Oh, I've never seen Chopped.
They have 2 people compete and their dish gets judged.
Is he the judge or is she the
He's the judge.
competition?
He's the judge.
I'd like to see a show where he's everybody. He cooks 2 dishes as 2 different characters and then uses 3 different characters of himself as a panel judge is to choose which dish was better.
Well, I'll send him this video suggestion. You know when you open a pepper and then you're like, wow, that just smells spicy?
You're getting rid of the seeds, baby. That's the best part.
It's the spiciest part. I'm not a good spicer.
Oof.
If you want spice, then you could keep your seeds and your jalapenos, but I am de-seeding it.
Well, that's actually a good thing because now we will have jalapenos in the garden. Smells good. These chanterelles do smell really good.
Yeah, they smell really buttery and saucy.
That's like the first time I've smelled a mushroom and been like, oh, it is appetizing.
That's like when I first smelled your for the first time.
Wow, baby. That's incredible. Ready? Shampoo. Conditioner.
Cut into small pieces. I think we would do really well on that show. I think we could both go on.
And fight each other?
Yeah. The last episode I watched was with his 2 moms, and they were going against each other, and so he gives you really weird ingredients like
Oh, you don't get to choose what you're making?
No.
So I couldn't make them like an egg sandwich or something?
No.
Ooh.
It's like, so with these ingredients you will make blah blah blah. And one of the ingredients was an apple that I smashed in a plastic bag.
Pretty sure it's hard to cook plastic well.
Oh no, they were not cooking that. This smells so spicy.
Got a little spice in my nostrils that time.
Okay, I'm taking 1 cup of black beans and rinsing them.
It's looking like a pan of health, baby.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna combine them now. We're gonna hope for the best.
I feel like this is too much quinoa.
Yeah, I shouldn't have made as much as I did.
I'm a little bummed, to be honest.
Okay, we had a drawback. I'm gonna say at the beginning when I was talking about as much quinoa as we cooked, don't put it all in there, okay? I should have just kept it to the 1 cup of quinoa that I was anticipating at the beginning, and then I decided just to double it, because I was like, this doesn't look like enough, but it was enough, all right? It was enough. Okay, we need a lot of seasonings. I'm gonna do garlic salt, vegan parm, paprika, cumin, chili powder, and my favorite spice, coriander seeds. Okay, I'm gonna check on this to see if it's ready. Oh yeah. I was worried about 25 minutes not being enough time, but it looks great. It's so greasy that it's like moving around. When I had it on my Instagram story, I had like sweet potatoes all around here, but I don't have any sweet potatoes right now, so it's just sliding around the pan by itself. But there you have it, a stuffed acorn squash for 3, not for 2, because our friend Andy is here and he's going to have some too. But when I serve it, I normally just scoop out, like, I'll just show you. Okay, I'm topping it with my homemade, oh, little one on the floor, little homemade vegan parm, mixing her around. People always get upset at me when I make stuff and then I don't try it on camera, so I'm going to try it for you right now, okay? And let you know the 411. Wow, it's hot, hot, hot. Oh my God, yeah. This is a full dish and a half right here. I really think that it definitely needs either some kind of like shredded cheese number if you're not vegan, or vegan parm on top for the flavoring. And also my favorite seasoning that I can taste in here, well, number 1 because it is my favorite seasoning, but coriander seed is perfect. So even if you have like ground coriander that you can put in it, so good. This is really nice. I'm gonna go finish this meal and go play Catan, you freaking squareheads, okay? I'm just kidding, I take it back, you're not a squarehead. Okay, to be honest with you, we're a little bummed about how this recipe turned out, but we still made it.
I think that like the recipe is really good. If you're gonna make it, I would just
cut back on
like figure out whatever. But I mean, also like look, this is how much is left over.
We still have so much left over.
For like, we would need to cook like 3 more acorns.
We only needed 1 cup of quinoa at the beginning. We did not need 2 cups.
I think we could have used a half a cup easily
Yeah.
and still had way more filling than we would have had. Like we could have used a half cup and still filled 2 acorn squashes with everything we cooked up in there.
Yeah.
Just for like proportional reasons, so that you don't end up with a ton of leftover stuff that you don't know how to. But I mean, I'm sure you throw this in a burrito or something like that and it's probably good too, so.
I would like you to let me know if you make this recipe, if you stuff any kind of squash, or you have any kind of fall recipe for me to make, please comment it down below, okay?
Or any cool ideas of how to Dutch oven something in a pumpkin.
Yes, because I need to do that for our Halloween party. Thanks so much for being in this video and helping me out as my sous chef.
Thank you for always making me wonderful food and being incredible.
Woohoo! Okay, we're gonna go eat this now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up for me. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Ring the notifications bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload. Become a patron of mine if you'd like to support my earnings for this month. And until my next video, stay smiling. I added one more thing in.
I know, you fucked me up. I was ready.
and stay. And